Yeah, they're in Carentan. That's one of the real battles you see in that. And how many saw that HBO Band of Brothers? You did. Hey, us three, we're the only ones who care about the world, it looks like. What is it? Is it only Britney Spears and all these drips? I mean, what's the name of her? How many husbands has she been to now? I mean, what was his name? Kevin Federer or somebody like that? What was the other guy, the one before that, who was in the Bobbsey Twins? Oh no, I'm pardon me, the Disney song group. What? What was his name?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Justin Timberlake. Really important people. Really important people. Much more important. What did he say? What did he say?
He's bringing sexy back.
I don't know much. Or how about that other drug addict, the one who's the little 17-year-old girl, something, you know, what's her name, the new one, Lindsay Lohan. See, you guys all know who these people are. Okay, I do too, but you don't know Karen Trump. That's what I object to. Okay, I don't want you knowing Lindsay Dopo. The least you can do is also know Karen Tongue, you think, like, isn't that right? Brave men died there, didn't they? Brave men died, really, very many. And you pay your respects to them. They're the ones who allow you to appreciate Justin Timberhead or whatever his name is, Lindsay Loudmouth. Okay, I'm kidding around. I don't have much respect for these folks. You forgive me. They're not. I mean, I'm sure they're sexy. So he said something about British Airborne Division seizing Bridgehead and 2 American Airborne Divisions, and Mr. Savo was sitting on one of the beds, and this is a big deal, you know. This is really big for them. It's the invasion of Europe, Mr. Savo. It's D-Day, Bobby boy. We're clomping or something like that. He says it's rubbed out in my book. May I pray? I want to wait with your phylacteries. Blah 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 blah. So he goes on and he prays with his phylacteries and this and that. And Mr. Savo is going on, and the correspondent was saying excitedly that some German torpedo boats had attacked a Norwegian explorer. It's really exciting, you know. You were living through this at that time. You were in the hospital. You'd never forget it. You'd never forget it. That's really big stuff. And one of the hurt people says, I guess it's the coach comes in or something. He says, "That's good news, Trooper." He calls him Trooper. "This is some day. One of the greatest days in history. Fantastic." Well, okay, it is a pretty big day, you know, the invasion of Europe and so on, but I gotta say that the Russians fought some much bigger battles than this. Don't get a lot of credit, but if you really want to get into World War II, you take a look at Stalingrad sometime, you know, where you have hundreds of thousands of people pitted against each other, or the Battle of Kursk. Battle of Kursk is one of my, you know, I'm a buff for this kind of stuff. It's one of my favorite battles. I don't mean favorite, but I like it. There you have, like, literally, you know, tank battles in 1943, I think it is. I guess it's Kursk, maybe it's a QUTU, might be like that. And it's probably QKU, where they got tank battles of like literally 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 tanks on either side, and armies in the hundreds of thousands going at each other for 3 or 4 days on end without, you know, just beating the living daylights out of each other. Those are where World War II was really won. By the time they landed in Normandy, the Germans didn't have a heck of a lot left, frankly. So I mean, the Americans with the British did a pretty good job, but the Russians had already swung the balance. I honestly believe, and I'm no great admirer of Russia, but you have to give them credit for what they went through. I mean, they lost 20 million people in World War II. 20 million people. So those were struggles on a monumental level. So I'm just sort of saying the greatest day in history. Well, not quite the greatest day in history, but it was really a big day for America. I mean. bad day for the Germans in Western Europe. Probably have to land more than 150,000 troops today and tomorrow. What page is that? 658, 59? 60 in my book. Landing 100,000, one of the greatest days in history. What page is that?
59.
59, okay. So we're getting about the same here. So what's going to happen when all this talk and so on, in walks Mr. Hotshot, page 60.